Hey there, Warriors Nation. If you love everything Golden State, go ahead and tap that like button and slam subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report so you never miss a single Warriors shakeup. Tonight, we've got a rumor swirling through the league that could reshape our entire roster and send shockwaves deep into the Western Conference. Imagine a move so bold that it sends one of our promising young wings packing, all in exchange for a veteran presence who could anchor our front court and change the way opponents plan for us next season. But hold tight before I reveal exactly who will build this suspense layer by layer. It all starts with our own trajectory. After another solid season, the Warriors once again found themselves halted just shy of the summit, falling in the second round and witnessing Stephen Curry's heroics overshadowed by nagging injuries and the need for fresh interior toughness. The addition of Jimmy Butler last trade deadline helped shore up our wing play, but when the ball swings inside, Golden State has too often found itself outmuscled in the paint. That weakness was laid bare during Curry's hamstring hiatus against Minnesota, where every contested rebound and hard-fought post position could easily have swung a critical game. The front office recognized this deficiency and has been quietly exploring ways to bring in a true big man, someone who not only commands respect on defense but can also stretch the floor when needed. Enter the swirling speculation tied to one of the NBA's most reliable centers, a veteran who's averaged double figures in points and rebounds for years and whose mid-range touch has grown sharper each season. Rumor has it that a sign-and-trade could land this 7-foot stalwart straight into our lineup, ready to patrol the paint, set hard screens, and even step out for that pull-up jumper when the defense sags too far. It's a tantalizing vision. Picture our electric backcourt freed from the pressure of every second-chance opportunity, with Draymond Green sliding back into his natural defensive orchestrator role, directing traffic with a towering screen partner at his side. But what price will we pay? League insiders whisper that the young rising star Jonathan Kuminga, once hailed as a future cornerstone of the franchise, may be the centerpiece of this deal. Restricted free agency looms for Kuminga, and while his athletic flashes have lit up highlight reels, there's a belief among Warriors brass that his development plateaued at a critical juncture. In playoff moments, his role seemed minimized, and scouts noted issues with consistency and decision-making. Could it be that the front office sees more long-term championship value in a proven veteran than in our high-flying rookie whose ceiling remains tantalizing but uncertain? Let's map this out. A sign-and-trade scenario would send Jonathan Kuminga to Chicago, giving him a larger role on a Bulls team looking to revamp its identity. In return, Golden State would receive the dependable veteran center from the Windy City, someone who excels in pick-and-roll coverage, grabs every rebound in sight, and even provides an extra playmaking threat from the elbow. Our bench scoring would get a jolt from a supplementary guard included in the package, a savvy ball handler who can spell Curry in late-game situations and thrive in our motion-heavy system. To seal the deal, the Warriors would also send a future draft pick, giving Chicago long-term upside and enough ammunition to rebuild around their own young core. Now, imagine the on-court transformation. Steve Kerr's offense is built on spacing, ball movement, and relentless off-ball cuts. Add a big man who can screen, roll, and pop, and suddenly every pick and roll becomes a double threat. Defenses would need to respect the center's mid-range, game or risk leaving him alone for that smooth 15-foot jumper. On defense, he'd anchor a revamped Warriors paint presence, deter driving lanes, and switch onto smaller players with surprising mobility. Draymond could call out matchups at his leisure, confident that the rim is fortified. Is it possible that this single acquisition could tilt the balance back in Golden State's favor and vault us straight to title contention? Of course, this kind of blockbuster carries trade-offs. Letting go of Kuminga means betting on a veteran whose best years might be behind him, while sacrificing the raw upside of a future star. It's a classic win now versus build for tomorrow dilemma. Could our locker room chemistry absorb the arrival of a new alpha presence? Will our style of play adapt to incorporate more half-court sets and fewer quick-driven triples? Some Warriors fans worry that adding a back-to-the-basket big man could slow down the pace and diminish our trademark fluidity. Yet others see it as the missing jigsaw piece, the final ingredient to recreate the unstoppable force we once were. Financially, the mechanics of the sign and trade will demand salary cleaning, veteran contracts sent the other way, a stretch provision here, perhaps a buyout agreement there. Golden State's front office is no stranger to cap wizardry, but this maneuver would test even their seasoned skills. Could they engineer the necessary cap space without mortgaging future flexibility? Are they willing to lean hard into the luxury tax for the sake of immediate contention? These questions hang in the balance as whispers grow louder and the league's rumor mill churns with speculation. Meanwhile, reaction on social media is electric. Dub Nation Twitter is aflutter with mock-up jerseys and excited hypotheticals about Curry dishing perfect passes to a hulking center with the softest touch. Reddit threads debate the value of draft picks versus proven production, while YouTube highlight reels splice together the best moments of our potential incoming star. Fan. Podcasts dedicate entire episodes to discussing how a new big man would alter rotations and influence playoff matchups. It's the kind of fervent buzz that only a truly franchise-altering rumor can ignite. As this drama unfolds, one thing is clear. The Warriors are at a crossroads. The rivalry with the Suns and Lakers intensifies every season, and the Western Conference shows no signs of backing down. Golden State needs a game-changing move to reclaim its place at the top. Acquiring a proven center could be that catalyst, reshaping everything from offensive schemes to defensive identity. Or, if the deal collapses under its own weight, we'll return to the drawing board, watching other contenders seize the moment. But before any final decision is made, the front office will weigh every angle: the intangible veteran leadership, the immediate impact on our title odds, the long-term ramifications of trading away youthful potential. Could this be the moment when a gamble pushes us over the edge of greatness? Or will it serve as a cautionary tale about sacrificing future upside for present glory? Only time will tell. Now we'll break down the precise trade package, the cap, gymnastics required, and how this move would reverberate through every Western Conference contender. Until then, keep the debate alive, Warriors Nation. Your insights and passions are the heartbeat of this channel. Hit that like button and subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report right now so you're front and center when this deal goes down. As we dig into the nuts and bolts of this blockbuster trade, imagine the phone lines lighting up between Oakland and Chicago, front office execs haggling over every detail: who throws in the draft swaps, who covers the luxury tax, and how soon this center in royal blue and gold can hit the hardwood. The core of the proposed package hinges on Jonathan Kuminga heading north to the Bulls, giving Kuminga the starring role he's been chasing and Chicago the high-flying upside they covet. In return, Golden State would land Nikola Vucevic, a battle-tested veteran whose double-double consistency and playmaking from the elbow have made him one of the league's most reliable big men. Alongside Vucevic, the Warriors would secure Lonzo Ball, a savvy floor general who can spell Steph in late-game situations and bring defensive tenacity off the bench, a perfect fit for Kerr's dribble handoff wizardry. To sweeten the pot, the Bulls would receive a future first-round pick, protected in the top 5 but otherwise unprotected, giving Chicago long-term ammunition while Golden State rolls the dice on proven talent now. Bringing Vucevic into the fold solves multiple puzzles in one move. On offense, his proficiency as a passer out of the post unlocks new angles for Curry and Thompson, who can trail the play, misdirect defenders, and exploit the space he creates with those hard-setting screens. Defensively, his ability to switch onto smaller players and then recover to the paint with elite timing addresses the rebounding woes that haunted us in the playoffs. Pairing him with Draymond Green's defensive IQ creates one of the league's most formidable front courts. Green can roam as the defensive anchor, knowing Vucevic will hold down the paint, contest shots and secure boards. And with Lonzo coming off the bench, the second unit suddenly gains a reliable creator who can push the pace, ignite transition opportunities, and maintain defensive pressure when Curry needs rest. Of course, executing a sign-and-trade of this magnitude requires precise cap maneuvering. Warriors brass would need to navigate the luxury tax landscape, possibly stretching an expiring veteran contract to spread the hit over multiple seasons, negotiating buyouts with role players who prefer a chance at a contender, and leveraging the mid-level exception to absorb incoming salary without hamstringing future flexibility. Each of these moves carries some risk, losing locker room cohesion, altering rotation continuity, and reducing bench depth. Yet, every championship contender must balance those risks against the potential of acquiring a cornerstone whose steady, double-double production and unselfish play could tip the scales in a 7-game series. Once the paperwork is signed and the league office rubber stamps the deal, the on-court transformation could be instantaneous. Picture a quick-strike offense where Curry flings a dart to Vucevic at the elbow. The defense collapses. Thompson fades to the corner for an open three, and Lonzo swoops in for a rim-rocking finish. In half-court sets, Vucevic's passing creativity could orchestrate handoff actions that confuse rotations, while his reliability at the free-throw line ensures we don't lose points on crucial trips. Defensively, this Warriors squad would boast length at every position. Curry and Thompson, stifling shooters, Green anchoring help defense, and Vucevic patrolling the paint like a sentient wall. Could this be the most complete Golden State roster in franchise history? Many insiders believe it's not just a possibility but the clear path back to the finals. But let's temper the hype with a dose of reality. Mid-season chemistry is never guaranteed, especially when integrating a high-usage big man into an offense built on lightning, quick ball movement. Will Vucevic embrace the off-ball cuts and constant motion that define our system? Can he adapt from being a primary offensive option to the supporting role that fuels the Warriors' identity? And what about the ripple effects on our young core? Will Poole's confidence take a hit with Lonzo handling backup point guard duties? Will Green's minutes arc shift as rotations tighten? Around this new front court? These are questions only time and training camp workouts can answer. As news of the trade breaks, the entire Western Conference will react. The Suns may revisit their big man rotations, considering whether they can match Golden State's newfound depth. The Lakers, who were rumored to covet bounce-back veterans themselves, will feel immediate pressure to pivot, perhaps chasing wing reinforcements or targeting a different frontline answer. Teams like Denver and Minnesota, previously seen as dark horse contenders, will need to reassess their strategies entirely. Do they counter with their own mega trades, double down on draft picks, or exploit the veteran pieces the Warriors just surrendered? The dominoes will fall quickly, and front offices across the league will be making calls and running analytics in real time. Fan reaction will be electric. Across Twitter, highlight reels will splice Vucevic's best moments in a Warriors jersey, while Instagram pages flood with mock-up graphics of Lonzo donning royal blue and gold. Reddit threads will light up debates weighing the cost of a future pick against the certainty of proven performance. And local sports bars will buzz with animated conversations, some fans heralding the move as the dawn of a new dynasty, others warning of the dangers in sacrificing young upside for immediate gains. Ultimately, this trade boils down to one stark choice. Embrace the win-now mentality and forge a lineup that checks every box for title contention, or stay the course with youth, flexibility, and the potential for long-term growth. As a die-hard Warriors fan, my heart races at the thought of seeing Vucevic set that hard screen, knowing Curry and Thompson are lurking for the kick-out. Yet, I can't ignore the bittersweet feeling of watching Kuminga thrive on another stage. So, what do you think, Warriors Nation? Are you all in on this veteran-powered championship push? Or do you side with the patient path, banking on our young core to blossom? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm eager to see how this debate shakes out. If you loved this deep dive, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to Warriors News Fan Report, and ring that notification bell so you're always ahead of the rumor mill. Until next time, stay golden.